Oh, sick.
He gets some free time at least. Because, yeah, man, dude's been hurting. 11-6 right now on him. This mid, GPK not quite able to connect there on with the Torrent. And instead, they're going to bring the party up top again.
I want revenge. Yep.
Oh my god. Dude, poor mid one.
Get away from me. He has no vision up here either.
Oh, Invis? Dust is out, but can't get the range. So bringing 3 heroes top again, and not able to get that kill.
I'll TP mid for the save attempt.
Okay. Keeps them from diving. GPK able to live. A very weird game so far. At that 5-minute rune, it looks like they were trading off the bounty runes as well, pretty evenly. As there still is one more to pick up on the other side of the map. Just gonna go slightly into the favor of OG, it looks like.
I tell you, Epileptic Kid looks pretty happy, man. Chilling in the lane, farming some creeps. The supports were stacking a little bit. They're just constantly berating and harassing the opponent position one. One of the better spend starts we've had in a while. Hero's been struggling a little lately.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, you know, when somebody starts playing it and it ends up looking really, really good after a while, it, like, eventually just ends up turning the other way. Seb there stole 2 of the big creeps away from Epileptic Kid. Gave him the tip afterwards, just to let him know how he feels.
Yeah, say like, okay, well, I can convert that gold into go to plus points for you there, bud. Some shards.
Yeah, again, very slow until we see those early rotations.
So Epileptic Kid's trying to get a kill with God Strength here. And goes for a not so sneaky ward.
Now, well played by Seb. Like, just recognizing the inherent danger there. He's also bringing out some raindrops for himself, just to try and live through all this magical burst. Raindrops seem like such a value pickup this game against VP's lineup.
Yeah. And with the, you know, the support, they're gonna have to be there to help the Sven, so that's just gonna try and help mitigate some of that damage. Unfortunately, it is a lot of burst though, so you have to. I don't know if you're gonna get a second block in those 7 seconds. You know, if it's a God Strength kill.
Roll in again, trying to find DM. LSA is gonna connect afterwards. Tries to get the push out and actually gets no tail away from him. So that will keep him surviving. And down bottom, Thompson has a haste rune. Thinking about switching over into somebody else, but is just gonna come over and steal the creeps, as he wasn't able to connect for a full gank attempt. They had that ward there scouting his movement the entire time.
Even with all that armor, that's a bit freaky. Going into a Sven lane where he might be able to pop on you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of burst damage like you're talking about. But right now, I mean, you look at the way that they're playing right now on Virtus Pro, and it's very much how we've seen these other games go, where just stack up Ancients, stack up camps all around the map, and just let Sven eventually take them all away.
Oh man, that Ancient camp is so annoying on Radiant.
Yeah,
I can't believe he didn't get that. I thought he had it.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. Ooh, D-ward, sentry, but the torrent comes through afterwards, and Saksa will be found. BK gets another kill.
I appreciate the commitment there of not just trying to roll away right away. I mean, he was getting rid of that sentry one way or another.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta get something.
Kill, they come up, they salve DM, and now they want to get a little bit of a surprise play. They're not going to offer a smoke or anything, but there's actually not a defensive ward anyway here. Hoping that the sentry that's down will essentially cover this movement in from them. So far, they still haven't seen the lean. Now they see the lean, obviously, and whiffs on the LSA.
A couple missed opportunities here. Playing against OG, you can't afford to just like be not connecting onto these gank kills, it feels like. Something that might come back to haunt him later. DM now has level 6, but you can see mid one is playing so safe right now, playing as far back as he possibly can to make sure he doesn't get caught out. And this leaves open a ton of space around the rest of the map for, you know, Seb to just farm away, and you've got Thompson that's taking over their camps as well. They'll catch No Tail here, gonna pin him to his own hogs, and they will bring him down. Again, 3 heroes.
Oh, he got caught out.
What is he doing? He's in trouble.
The angle, dude. He got angled by DM there through the trees. That was a nice play. They are definitely setting the pace right now. And OG, they're essentially trading farm on Seb for farm on mid one, partially because of the way that he's like a magnet and pulling all this VP aggression. And Seb's going for this mech Greaves build to try and like create a 5-man moment, I would say, when that's done. But Virtus Pro are going to take a lot of map pressure while that's being built up. And even then, Clinks won't have necessarily that much damage. You can see his items are just not very fun looking at the moment.
Yeah, he really does not have what he needs to get this going.
The inventory, like when you first start playing Dota, you just start clicking items. That's what this looks like, you know? It's like, oh, that looks good. Yeah, mana regen. Ooh, quarter staff. That sounds
I love
right.
it. Well, back towards the bottom lane. The boat goes out. GPK not able to fully kill all those Eidolons. Mid one's still hunting with Soxa there as well. There's a little sidestep. The okie doke. Chase down coming through. Can they get him? On the other side, No Tail goes down, but GPK will be the bigger kill. Nice freehand torrent. And that will buy enough space for him to escape. But mid, there's a ton of pressure coming in. Hobson forces back DM, and DM might just be dead here. Oh, wait, no, the spear. All right, that's going to keep him alive at least. And I think that might stop the aggression.
I don't know, the catapult's still swinging.
Yeah,
Hobson wants his value.
Dude, he's hanging out here. This is really close. So it's going to be deny range. But it looks like with the rolling afterwards, trying to make a play here, Soxa is, and they're going to get the final touch onto that mid-tier 1 tower. So in spite of setting the pace.
They love the cheeky plays, man. They really do. Like that kind of a little commitment and play just to guarantee the goal, no denies. Those are those small little victories that all add up in Dota. That's like classic OG.
Really impressive stuff. And like, you know, just wherever Virtus Pro is, OG is not. They're somewhere else making things happen.
You can also see the warding from OG, right? Like here and here. Trying to spot these little invasions in, but it's constantly through this top lane that they've been moving.
And look at this. 4 heroes make this rotation to get the tower. It gets denied, and they might not be able to connect with a kill either. Damn, dude.
They're trying hard with the tips between No Tail and Sev, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, man. You gotta be so mad. Look at these guys. They're just chasing them. They're just literally chasing them around the map.
Oh, don't let them get in your head, though. You're still doing great as Virtus Pro.
Okay.
That's what I would say. Getting in here, he's stealing some neutrals. GM's on it too. Everybody's farming. Life's fine right now. Mid one is still in recovery mode, but he has at least surpassed the Mars at this point, and I'm sure we'll be looking to catch up towards Sev as well, who how's that mech coming? Mech done and Greaves 1,300 gold away.
Okay.
Oh, they're trying to find that angle. Man, they were just lurking on the high ground there.
Yeah, it does feel like one of those setup items, whether it be the Yules that GM has queued up or the Blink Dagger eventually is going to be so key to this.
Is that the, yeah, I knew you guys were there tip, so I sent up one Eidolon. Is that how that was?
I think that's what that was.
Thank you for sharing XP with me. We all had a great time. All right, X is level 4. Oh, they go for the torrent.
Oh my god, just barely out of range.
Actually had no detection there too.
Yeah. Kunkka had a DD. Maybe he could have made some type of play there. He's almost at the Spirit Vessel also, which might be the point at which Virtus Pro are like, all right, let's try and go. I'm not sure. It just feels like every move that they're making, they're not quite connecting from Virtus Pro, and OG is still farming in this game and getting, you know, a lot out of it. But like you said, Virtus Pro is still very strong right now.
And he wants that Aghanim build so he can play with his Earth Spirit like they always do. But that means no Dispel, right?
That's true. All right, X play. Pulling him back in. This is a hard kill to get. The stun is there, but no armor because the strength form, and the beatdown commences. They find the kill. No kill goes down afterwards. Great combo from VP.
Yeah, that's an expensive save attempt there to get rid of that hook shot. It's one of your best abilities to create the counter initiation plays on your towers because there's no blink on your Enigma.
Now you have yourselves a very nice tier 1 tower to take on Virtus Pro, and they're going to come and invade the jungle. And mid one still just left trying to catch up playing farm game whenever possible. Same with Mr. Seb. I think this is the completed Orchid that's coming out for him though. So that's something for mid one.
What does he try and sync up with? I guess probably an Earth Spirit and Clockwork play.
Ooh, DM still getting chased. The rest of VP is connecting though. They can't overextend here. Epileptic Kid gonna throw out the stun. That's just to secure DM's retreat. They find him. Oh my god! Nice
got him with the skewer,
dude. DM.
Oh, shish kebab.
Oh, that was cool. I like that.
And these guys are stone cold. No tips on anything here.
No.
Everyone's been talking about VP super serious, or as Seb put it, very nerdy in the best possible way, as he said.
And they're on to 2 of them now. And they bring him down in time. They will be able to find that kill onto DM. Everybody else from VP trying to back away. Boat's going to come in afterwards, going to connect onto mid one. Almost dead in the Dragon Slave. Just barely gets the kill. Saving that fight.
That was a nice all chat. Yeah, you got him there. Downtown punk snag.
You know, I think that there's something to what you're talking about there too, right? Like if you think about the story of these 2 teams, Virtus Pro are very much like the underdogs. I think they're like average, you know, winnings or something's like 40K. And then you think about like OG and what they've been able to win and what this tournament would mean for Virtus Pro. The pressure is not on OG. This is like every day of the week for them.
Yeah, it was already a lot for these guys to get promoted to the first squad.
Yeah.
And now if you can manage to bring home a big tournament win after that, that's pretty huge. Everyone was in this tournament, right?
Totally. Yeah, all the top teams in Europe, CIS, they were all here, and Virtus Pro remain as one of the top 2, facing off against 2-time TI champions OG. Hoping to claim this one here in the grand finals. But 16 minutes in, it's less than 1,000 gold lead. They're up 9-2 in the kill score. How can they take it to that next level? Like, BKB is going to be the next route for Epileptic Kid. He just wants to be able to farm after getting that Mask of Madness and the Echo Saber.
We got a haste rune on GPK though, so I would say that Thompson is a priority target right now. Continue to try and slow down that Aghanim Scepter, utilize your Spirit Vessel, and then move in for the Roche. Seb just wants BKB. We do have to, of course, keep that in mind. It is an Enigma that has wound up at the end of a draft with nothing to cancel him, short of an Abyssal at some point, if he goes through his BKB plays.
No tail, gonna be found again. As Frostbite comes out in a couple quick swipes, tried to go for the hook shot, and was not able to escape from that one. And that might set us up for a pre-20-minute tier 2 tower into Outposts.
Oh, that's so tempting. I've seen teams falter on this before. Mind you, at the same time, Mid1's getting his pressure on the opposite lane, and you know, considering how his game started, I would say Mid1 has done quite well in like getting value out of this hero. Maybe to what Seb kind of hinted at of not wanting to like talk about it a little bit, like this idea of I can be bottom, I can be split pushing and stuff. And look, he drew GPK's TP down here. He didn't X or anything. Now GPK is phasing his way back top. That's interesting.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the big questions is like, do you fully commit to completing the TP and staying down there, or do you try and secure that other tier 2 tower? That's an interesting decision by VP, but they're just making sure they're not giving up anything for it.
Well, I mean, we haven't seen this Orchid be used, right? Like it hasn't amounted into like a solo support kill like you'd expect, which is probably like one of the big values you'd want of this hero. And that's largely because they've just been 5-manning, which is also why, despite it being 10-2 and feeling like VP are running this game, it's still only a 1k gold lead. In fact, the XP is actually much higher, though, almost like 6,000. So they're not getting all the farm in the world, but they are definitely winning most of the fights.
And this bounty rune difference also explains some of that. Almost 2,000 gold from bounty runes for OG. But they're going to try and take down Roche now.
Yeah, they have a ward down here. I mean, I'm
Flare?
not sure if they've seen Seb. I mean, it doesn't matter. He steps in now, so they're just going to opt for the trade.
Okay. So they'll claim this one. And, I mean, there's not that much pressure on the bottom tier 2, it looks like.
No, mid one just kind of wasn't sure, I guess, on the movements. Didn't have a death pack going, so they're not even going to have to give up that bottom tower. As again, we're still about a minute away from 20 minutes, so there could be something here. They want to see if they can get a quick kill down bottom before the 5-man. This is a classic post-Roche play, right? You split up a little bit because you feel like you're ahead, so now OG are trying to punish that.
Okay, Orchid comes in. They miss on the roll, though. Save, throws out that LSA, going to connect. Still living, though. GPK looks like he's going to be fine, and now finding mid one. Can they get the angle on him? They're going to hit it with the stun, and now bring down the chase. Save, trying to back away. Soxa will secure that kill, but it's going to come at a cost as they bring down 2.
That's pretty good for Soxa, I would say. I'm glad Seb didn't go back, and I don't think I would have really benefited him. There's no like big black hole play. He'd already used the Midnight Pulse as well. So take your trade there as Soxa. You got a streak off of the Lina. Plus, you're not going to be able to do anything in that death timer anyway. They can't really punish his absence.
Right. No, definitely. I mean, then now if you're VP, the question is like, what do you do with this next round of Aegis? They're kind of setting up to push down bottom a little bit here with the Aegis onto Sven. He has the Abyssal Blade speed up next, so keeping an answer available for that BKB black hole that we know is coming. And I think
Yeah,
it's flying out right now.
It's the budget version of the Agnems, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like, I can't use it as much, it's not nearly as cool, but hey, at least it does something versus this Enigma.
Oh, and Ilias just got that ward scouted by mid one.
Mid one's highest contribution.
Poor guy. Well, we'll see if things change now. Thompson, he's got the Earth Spirit machine ready to go. And possibly a group up here coming soon.
So close to this Agnems. Be nice to have the chaos sewn into these fights.
Yeah, that would make a big difference.
All right, guys, you ready for the strat to come together? Where are you, Thompson? Where are you, Soxa? Let's go.
So tell the people what makes this so dangerous.
All right, so this is why they first pick Morphling and Earth Spirit every single game they can. If you give this to them, it is coming out from OG. It is very similar to Morphling and Earthshaker. It's just a crazy Morphling who's just jumping around the fights constantly. He's better Earth Spirit. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Earth Spirit is held back by his stones, and Morphling just is always going to have the 7 when he morphs into him like this.
There we go. Silence connects onto both of them right at the start. So much damage. Where's your BKB? He's saving it for after the Aegis. Ilias done a lot of damage on the no-tail, but with the 1 kill, and now the Torrent Storm, the boat afterwards connects onto both. The chase down coming mid one is in trouble. Can they kill him off in time? Now trying to control Thompson. They pull him back in with the X LSA afterwards, and that was not the fight that OG wanted. Virtus Pro punishing.
As those aren't Aeon discs, by the way, that's just Ilias getting levels.
Oh,
it's like a third time it's happened me this game.
That is crazy, crazy. No tail is gonna drop at the end. Really
the GG tree is planted by No Tail there, you know. It's like, uh-oh. That wasn't too good, guys. That was our big fight. And yeah, they didn't quite get it. The initiation was very good. They blew up the Aegis with very low cost. And then Thompson rolled back. It felt like Thompson was like, okay, we got Aegis, get out. And everyone else is like, hey, this looks really good, guys. Maybe not on the same page there or something. I feel like that kind of broke things up for them pretty heavily, because when you're down and you're fighting into Aegis, it has to be a very clean fight, which is something that OG are generally very good at. Right. But that looked a little fragmented.
Well, and I think that what you talked about there of GPK getting off that Torrent Storm, like imagine if that fight happens as they're like around this area before he was able to pick it up. That completely changes the dynamic, because the 2-person Torrent into the 2-person boat, and like then they were just dead. And
actually one of the worst spots on the map for Earth Spirit Morphling to fight as well. Because there's no benefit to the terrain roll, really, in this giant square, right? Like, no one's really getting caught in those little pockets in the river. You think about that other area, like, back by the secret shop and, like, cliffs and everything, you can do way more shenanigans.
Well, OG ready to go again. This is the one benefit, as you said, is that you don't have to worry about the number of stones for Thompson. So they have the ability to take another fight.
Yeah, before they patched it, every time you switch back and forth, they gave you full.
Right into him. Good silence. Oh, LSA catches mid-roll. Okay, good play onto Thompson. Can they bring down GPK in time, though? He's still silenced. He's getting pushed back around. Nothing used from Kunkka in that fight. So they trade it 1 for 1. And now can they find any more afterwards? Thompson's still looking for the chase down. He's got to be a little bit careful. Stun dodged by Thompson. Another LSA comes out, but they got to be wary. I mean, it's scary going up this hill. Does have that basher. Good point. And the follow-up route is there, and now they got him under control. Armor going away, beat down. There's going to be the BKB black hole to make some space for Thompson to escape, but Epileptic Kid just lived through it all, doesn't care, and they will destroy him. Yeah, Thompson was leaving.
He did not.
Oh, the Spare barely catches him. Seb gonna be caught. Seb gonna be killed. Virtus Pro came to play in this game at number 1, and mid one is just tickling him. Doesn't do nothing.
Claw can't make up for the deficit that he's at right now as a Clinks, that is for sure. Still not gonna be quite enough damage to solo a Sven.
Jeez. And you take a look, that net worth just dropping off the chart there for him relative to where
if I'm reading that right here, guys, that means Thompson's officially below average.
I think that's what that means.
Fight the Flame, SAP, I don't know. Yes, obviously his game is no longer going according to Thompson's plan. There, that's the positive stats there. They're trying to balance themselves out, I see. They don't want the flame tweets, you know?
Yeah, definitely not. There you go.
Yeah, and also keeping a streak alive here for Epileptic Kid, if he can keep this wins to 3 on the Sven. With
Well,
one more here, and I gotta say, it's definitely looking that way, especially ever since this Aghanims got picked up for the Morphling, and OG finally decided to take their chances. They should not buy any lottery tickets today.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that it felt like it was a nice timing for them, but they were, I guess, so far behind previously that it kind of didn't end up mattering that much. Like, they were already in such a position where they couldn't fight. And, like, that last fight there, you know, that, relatively speaking, should have gone good for OG. Like, GPK didn't get anything off. He didn't even throw a boat.
Yeah, it was, again, another well-positioned fight for VP, though. Like, when you saw how OG had to engage after the kill into GPK, it's just... everything is nicer for the heroes on Virtus Pro, right? You're holding the high ground. You're able to control your spacing a lot better because the Earth Spirit died first. So there's only one of these guys rolling around to worry about as a support player. And it makes it a lot easier to play for Ilias and save.
Meanwhile, mid one, taking the tier 3 tower bottom. GPK shows up to stop the pressure, but that was a lot of damage to that tower. And now Ilias going to get caught here in the river, was trying to take away that DD and instead is going to be killed off. So OG able to outmaneuver Virtus Pro a little bit there and force a pick off.
Yeah, that was some Matador stuff right there, right? Waving the red cape down bottom on that tower. Oh, over here, please. Quick snipe onto your Crystal Maiden. But credit to Virtus Pro. That feels like what should have been happening a lot more this game, right? Like, that's kind of what OG have been trying to bait them into. And it's taken this long before we've really seen one of those moments. Roche timer coming up in 5 seconds. The pretty big determining factor here. The Black Hole's back in 4. The Blink Dagger is nearly done for 7. If there's anything we've learned watching Pro Dota, guys, this is still an end-all be-all item. And remember, they still only have 1 cancel. And Sven tends to be a pretty big focus point in the fights. I highly doubt he's going to Black Hole without at least seeing the Sven and knowing the status of the Abyssal.
It's true, and like there isn't that hero to sort of find the Enigma in the backline to break the blink necessarily.
They've got a line straight at him right now.
This is a little bit scary.
He's got his blink.
Careful.
Quick escape here. Oh, the timing!
Oh, the reward! Oh my God, they got him with the Yules. Wait, missile? Okay, the chase down's there. They'll get him. There's a moment there. It was like you missed all the trees. But,
I think he was just not in a position. He just wanted to ensure that he didn't get like a... well, I guess he didn't have raindrops left anyway, so he wasn't going to be able to blink.
Okay. So, Outposts traded off yet again with, what, 2.5 minutes left until the 30-minut mark. And yeah, OG are going to come to try and secure this one because they have a feeling that, hey, VP are probably going to take ours away.
That is good news for the OG fans out there, though, with that late Roche. Because Seb will be back. They'll have the Black Hole. Everything will be up, and this is likely going to be the big one that they aim to fight for. So mid one needs to try and create that moment for his team. He is no TP for 55, though, so that means it's going to be actually Thompson who's responsible for pushing this bottom lane out. Mid one got to hang out a little bit closer to the Roche pit right now. They're actually TPing Seb down bottom under vision of this Obs ward still left here from Virtus Pro. This is going to give a big hint as to their current plan. These wards
and they see the smoke,
couriers and everything is just amazing. Yeah, so they know they're baiting Thompson here, but they actually know that they're too far away because of the ward. Oh, it's so good.
Damn, dude. They came just that little bit beforehand.
Ooh. Wards win games.
That's so good. And now, as you said, Roche is back up again, but they're gonna still pressure down bottom. Like, there's still heroes here that are gonna make it work. And because the tower's been hit so far, they're actually going to lose a tier 3 off of this, probably.
I got to give credit to Thompson on that bluff, though. Man, he was playing so like, oh yeah, don't worry, they're definitely right behind me. And
oh my God, GPK? This is crazy. Okay, Torrent Storm and the boat and BKB used.
All right, killing the frames here.
And there's the Abyssal Blade used to chase down. Seb's still nearby with BKB, Black Hole, and Blink. And he's just going to drop it onto Epileptic Kid. There's a lot of damage. He still has the turnaround if he wants it, and Seb might just end up dying. They don't have enough damage.
Yeah,
this guy's crazy. Oh, can they kill him in time? They will be able to, though. And now GPK also going to go down. So OG have been able to finagle this win here. I mean, yeah, they lost 3, but they're going to also end up losing the Sven and maybe the Kunkka. No, not quite. They can't get him. Damn. What a weird game.
They kept them away from Roche. They need to rush that thing down, though. All right, 30-minute top DD rune spawn, go. Ice Frog rigged the last two TIs. This will prove it. Oh,
just barely.
Not quite. The
That was
drawing
really
wasn't quite
close.
accurate enough, apparently. Sorry.
It was really close to having the outpost taken by Thompson as well. He was 1 second away from denying that XP.
Did they end with none? Oh, it was just deny.
Okay.
Yeah, I see. Ah, quiver for this Lena. That's a great item, actually. Who's taking that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Myers wants it.
Okay, that's pretty good. Well, that 30-minute mark comes around. Both teams get the XP. They're going to claim this outpost. And as we've sometimes seen, maybe go into Roche afterwards. They do see Seb down bottom, and they know there's no black hole. So
This is the timing.
Okay.
No tail, I'm sure we'll be looking for a play.
Oh my god, they're going to go for a fight first instead. Huh.
This doesn't
Okay.
work as much of a bait, though, for exactly that reason. The flare comes through. So,
Right.
now, mind you, do they have scan? They do have scan. We'll see if
Ooh.
OG have their spidey senses tingling.
It was Radiant Scan right next to mid one. They didn't quite catch him there. And they do spot out some
Foxa!
creeps.
Hello!
Oh my god. Okay. That's a way to break a smoke. And he will die. Does that buyback?
That's actually probably the best situation. What?
It's like, what are you guys doing there? What's going on?
I mean, out of your heroes, that's the one you'd want. I guess
True.
No Tail had buyback too, so either support was kind of fine. That's going to give No Tail the space, seeing that depth, to take that outpost back. Do need to get some D wards up here, though. That is for sure.
See, this is what it's weird though, right? Is that they take that fight, and when it was like Black Hole was down, and now Black Hole's back up, and they're running into Roche. This is potentially scary. Seb's coming over
Another
here.
ward, though.
Yeah, they spot him. They know that he's there. Hookshot comes in, gonna land onto one. Oh, no!
Seb!
He gets him right at the start. Seb gonna get brought down. Oh, great play. Save finished them off with the newly minted Aghanims, and now they're gonna pull back in Thompson. What a freaking reaction from VP. Dude, that was sick. That was a precast Abyssal Blade, wasn't it? Oh,
But
now the
he
tips
just,
come
he just
out.
saw him.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. Yep. Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
What a great freaking play from VP, and now
They're actually just getting outhandled by Vision, like completely. The wards are really good this game, and it is crushing them.
so many great reactions, and as you said, set up for by the work of the supports. There's the support dying down bottom. You know, we're gonna give Ilias a break for the moment. Yeah, he's super dead. And this is gonna be some pressure onto the tower, although it looks like they're gonna take some tier 3s of their own. As up top, Virtus Pro trying to kill off this tier 3 tower, as Glyph has already been used. 20 seconds until Clinks and Morph are back up. No buybacks available. Oh, but they do have a repair kit. What a butthead. Those are the worst.
It's a great item, that one. There is an arena still here, but there we go, Seth. All right.
Black
He's
hole
a
for
little
50.
bit there.
Oh my god, they catch him again! Hogs onto him. They're gonna blow up Soxa. That was the second spear mid-roll. Torrent connects onto 2. They buy back on a Clockwork right away. Another Torrent comes out there. Unreal. Virtus Pro just able to force out that buyback, and they're sticking around.
The idea of them being very disciplined and patient, certainly showing through, right? Everything from that smoke, from the Roche pit to looking for kills, and now a very subdued push on the high ground. They see the repair kit, they're just like, whatever. I can play more of this game.
Hobson throws out that E-Blade, nothing really doing with it. Now down bottom, there is some pressure going on while this is happening, which you got to be a little bit wary of if you're Virtus Pro. And actually, you can see mid one coming down here as well to do a little bit of rat action. And if they can force a fight while all this is going on, Epileptic Kid, he's going to be X-TP'd back. There's been a bunch of these ones, and now they're going to finally bring back DM.
Well, remember, he has a BKB, so... I guess there is a Basher, so there's still a risk on DM. That's why DM's going for the Abyssal.
Okay.
And he sees the future of what mid one's going to try and do this game. Between a Deso and an Orb of Destruction, it is a very good ratting game. Did he... Was that his scan? Oh, that was a Radiant scan. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, mid one wants it again, though, before the back door's back. Go, 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 go!
And is it gonna be enough?
Oh, he's
it's
through,
not
baby.
Quite. Oh, it's going.
Force too good.
Bit by bit by bit. And he takes it down. Oh man, freaking mid one.
Hey,
What a
that's
guy.
crazy. That's just Orb and a Deso though, on a hero that is pretty poor, thanks to and then you just have Deathback. Like he's the poorest core in this game, and he can go through backdoor.
That's so silly. Like Lena's almost ahead of him.
Yeah.
And maybe this is why they didn't want to talk about it. Got more attack range now too, but
Look at Seb down here, Midnight pulsing this wave.
yeah.
All right, VP, how determined are you in this mid lane? What's our
see.
buybacks as well? That's a great question for our supports over here.
They're
Who
ripping
can
through
throw
this
their
one.
body in?
It's like
Not
no tail
No-Tail.
at the start. Oh, there's a lot of damage though with the turnaround. The Torrent Storm is going to connect. Absolute destruction. They lose the Aegis, but the Abyssal Blade comes out. Pre-Lincoln Spear, and Seb just has to hobble away as the boat is going to land afterwards onto 2. As they chase through, almost got enough to kill off mid 1 there, but not quite in time. And Saksa again just rolls in, hits on a GPK, and he's done. Looking for more right now. Virtus Pro don't quite manage to get that timing back, but the stun is going to be there. The Torrent connects, and Thompson 2 is likely to fall.
I think they're taking him out to sea.
Damn, dude. Big plays coming from Virtus Pro. They force out another buyback, and with that, VP just going to back for a moment, regen up with the X plays, and they're going to be good to go again for round 2. Well, they're trying. Hey, he doesn't have BKB. He doesn't have Aegis. Well, stun. Okay, they just demolished mid 1. And Sven is able to live through it. And with the Paladin Sword and Mask of Madness, he's going to heal back up. X
He's
comes
done.
out afterwards.
Oh yeah, X.
What
An
a silly
ability. I cannot fault a single item purchase on the side of VP. I think the itemization was immaculate this game. That second Abyssal Blade, that's just your classic, like, knowing exactly what you need to win the game.
Right.
And that's the answer, right? You're taking away these, like, sure, they're long shot win conditions, no doubt, with like these black holes and everything, but you're still removing those. You're just looking for every single out that's left for OG and denying.
Playing patient, never overextending. And there's a disarm there. It's annoying for Epileptic Kid to deal with this, but they're going to beat down this building with the AC done on Sven. It drops it down that much more quickly. And that is 2 sets of racks down. But keeping in mind, down bottom, there's a big old creep wave there, and they're going to lose a set of racks themselves on Virtus Pro. Stun comes out. Going to land now onto the Sven, pops the BKB, turns to fight, beats the crap out of Seb. No Tail's done as well. And with the BKBs out as well, they're trying to bring down Epileptic Kid. He's really low, but not quite going to get it. The Torrent comes out to save his life yet again. And with the lifesteal, it's going to be enough. Thompson now left alone. He also is going to be chased down. Oh, wait, he dies to the Magnetize. There's been so much damage coming out from Thompson. Look at the damage coming from the Magnetize. Can they quite kill the rest of them off mid 1, trying to find the finish there onto DM. But DM will turn, and DM will get away. And somehow they managed to stop the pressure while it's Tier 4's being assaulted in their base.
Yeah, he casually took 1,182 damage from Morphling's Midnight Pulse, because they're double Midnight Pulsing him.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's a really nice play, right? It stacks, obviously, because of the Enigma Aghanims, as it's built into the black hole, and that's why you can do the double. And so when you have a Morphling, you can also get, like, theoretically a third Midnight Pulse going, if you had one on the Enigma, too.
Right.
Crafty stuff. Now that's a comeback mechanic right there.
That is very, very interesting. And double Midnight Pulse is just, like, absolutely terrifying. Particularly against, like, all these big, tanky strength heroes. Like, 3 of them at just about 3,000 plus HP. And still a 30,000 gold lead. I mean, they've only gotten 10 kills in this game, OG. As Virtus Pro definitely the ones that are sort of setting the pace and leading the squad. But you said you can't leave out the possibilities of these BKB black holes.
Mid one has to be careful here. He has the gem, so they're gonna jump on that DM illusion just in case.
Yeah.
But they're finally trying to get some control back vision-wise. They're still holding the gem. They didn't lose it. Ilias's gem remains on DM, but now that there is a gem out onto mid one, you might be able to see a little bit better defense coming out from OG. I think the most impressive thing to me from Virtus Pro has just been the way that they've had this like multi-pronged approach to this game. Like they've had several objectives that had to be met, and they've just kind of slayed every single one. Like first they crush mid one, then they actually play aggressive and get inside that jungle and sort of push Seb out of there. So then he's farming side, and they took the towers really early on too, so it limited the space of this morphling because it is greedy when it's a morphling mid, right?
Yeah.
And the more of the map you close out, it just gets harder and harder to run this strategy. And they didn't buckle under the Morphling Earth Spirit. They know that's the combo. They had their Aegis ready in time, and they forced the fight with the Aegis, which was very important, I think.
And like so many other teams would just have sort of allowed OG also to, if the, let's say that those fights weren't won, like OG would be split pushing, and then you'd be giving up objectives here and there. VP, I'm so used to saying it the other way. They are still in a situation where, you know, they've got to take care of those lanes constantly. And they've been doing it with X's on occasion back to deal with Laves, and occasionally just sending full heroes back. But regardless, right now with this 30k gold lead, 40-minute mark coming around, we do have that next set of neutrals as well, which I think I saw a leveler completed. Timeless Relic was done for the Kunkka. But leveler done and on Clinks, that's a little bit scary. Mid one, if he gets free reign onto these buildings, things could turn around rather rapidly. But you can see VP, they're stopping that madness by just pushing through this bottom lane.
All right, so there's no buyback on OG, but there's also no buyback on Sven.
Okay.
So worst case scenario could be kind of bad. Like let's say they get a double black hole on DM and Epileptic because they're standing next to each other, which they probably never should be.
Oh,
that could be a problem.
Also has Lincolns. They only needed one. They got him caught. They tried to jump in. Moses Stone came out afterwards, though. The Laguna Blade and then the other to break it. And look at the damage coming out from Epileptic. And Sox is going to die. 4 are dead in less than 3 seconds. And now the last one afterwards, mid one, trying to escape, but he won't be able to. And run it down mid. GG is called. Virtus Pro taking game number 1.
Did you see how close that was?
Yes.
If they had caught DM in there, that actually could have been quite bad.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. Okay. It's like they both realized at the same time, oh my god, don't stand next to me. Like, we cannot be in black hole range. And they both, like, panic spread, and then suddenly Epileptic Kid's in a black hole. So, again, taking away potential conditions for OG here. What a game from Virtus Pro. That was an excellent match to watch.
That was great. You love to see it. And I think, like, you know, it was, again, one of those things where the Lincoln Sphere had to be popped first. So the Laguna Blade coming in